time. Let's crack open 90 packs. 6 cost mask, villain affiliation, 1 fielding cost on a 7/5 side. This is a great card. Now that I see one of these in person, I'm like, maybe I was wrong. This is really pretty. White Lantern Batman. While he is active, once per turn when you roll 2 question marks, gain 1 life, draw and roll a die. So that's 1 super rare. Let's see, did I pull a bad box with only 1 super rare or 2? This time. What do we got? We got another Captain Cold and another Star Labs. Okay, Star Labs here. Oh, a hollow Captain Cold. He gets +1/+1 whenever you use an action die. That's nice. It's uncommon. If any of you have seen the super rares in the set, it looks like Zatanna is quickly becoming everyone's favorite. Such a cool little ability. If you haven't seen it, go take a look. That's a complicated ability. When he's active, when you field one of those, he gets +1/+1. That's not that bad. There's the rare Star Labs. All of your Bolt character dice gain fast. All of your Shield character dice get +2. And then if you roll it on its either of these bursts there, characters of your, or instead all of those characters get +2 and fast. So obviously this actually could see a lot of utility. It's a crossover and you need exactly those to buy it. But man, yeah, I would actually run this, especially on a team built for a crossover like that. Pick that up in a draft. You could probably roll for that. Do it pretty easy. Get to it pretty easy. That's so pretty. Look at that. Man. Ability's not wonderful, but the beauty of the card. Got another Superman. Black Canary. 3rd one of those, or 4th one. He gets +1/+1 for each active Justice League characters. And at a 6 cost, that's actually a really good ability. Because you can have a lot of active characters fairly easily, especially if you're drafting Justice League, focusing on that. And it looks like the Justice League affiliation is not too expensive. There are some affiliations where every card, like Guardians of the Galaxy in the AOU set, that is like every card is expensive. Well, a lot of the cards. Hey, there we go. Rip Hunter's Chalkboard. Add all dice from your bag to your used pile for each one. That's not the cool part. Let's talk about the cool part. Pay a shield. The first time you purchase, or the first die you purchase this turn is added to your prep area instead of your used pile. So I can pay a shield, turn 1, pick up a Constantine, put it in prep, roll it turn 2, and name Bard. Yeah, I'll do that. All of your character dice gain Overcrush. When Gorilla Grodd is active, your other character dice gain +1. Wait, I read that totally wrong. All of your active character dice gain, whatever. This is one of the good ones. I can't remember if it's this one or if there's another one. I think there's another one. Maybe his common that says he can't be blocked by anything but crossover dice. Put this in unlimited, and it forces people to bring crossover dice. Obviously, if the meta slows down. If the meta doesn't slow down, it means nothing, because getting a 7 drop out on turn 3 is impossible, and that's when you die. So we will see how the meta changes over the next 2 sets, this one being the first. There's a die I haven't gotten yet. Let's see what that's for. Oh, I have Merlin. Same Merlin. Ooh, Professor Zoom rare. When he's active, your opponent may not attack with non-sidekick character dice. He may pay 1 to ignore that until the end of the turn. So basically, he can't attack with anything but sidekicks unless he pays an energy. I like that ability. It's a little pricey for a 6 drop, but I like that ability. Superman. Barry Allen. When he's active, all of your other those character dice get +1. If they have crossover abilities like him or crossover energy like him, then they get +2. I like that. Roy Harper, and Cyborg. We've got a nice stack going here. I would imagine I'm more than halfway through at this point. Looks like it's going to be a long video. Wow, that was a difficult pack to open. Felicity Smoke. Raj. That same Raj we talked about earlier. See what we got here. We've got Superman, and we've got Dr. Light. That's a pretty one too. While Dr. Light is active, opposing sidekicks cannot block. A 1/5/3 side for a 4-drop and a Justice League affiliation. Opposing sidekicks cannot block. Yeah, this is a good utility card. You throw it out there. You don't have to necessarily attack with it, but you can attack when the time is right. You keep it out there, and it just makes it really hard for your opponent, unless they have removal of some sort, really hard for your opponent to block your characters, especially if you're running a fast, low drop team. You could really make some hay with that card. It would do well for you. And at a 4 cost, it's easy to get. You got a nice blue die there. Ah, King Shark, that's why. Team Watch. Okay, so this is another ability. Well, not another ability, a new ability. It is another ability from other sets. This is now just being introduced into DC sets. You may sacrifice King Shark to deal 2 damage to all opposing character dice. This happens whenever you field a character with the same affiliation, which is Suicide Squad. So you can sack him to, which means he goes to the used pile to deal 2 damage to all opposing character dice. And Deadshot. He's a Team Watch as well. You may sacrifice him to KO target level 1 character die. Maybe that's cool, probably not. Tell you what, I like the die for King Shark though. That's nice. Man, I wish I had the money for a second box. This is fun. The joy of opening up a new set of this game. Killer Frost. Much more attractive than the... Well, I shouldn't say it. That's mean. I'm not going to say it. Killer Frost can only use Intimidate on non-villain character dice with purchased cost 5 or greater. Okay, so she can't KO anything that is a villain. Okay, that's weird. Oh, there's a nice Black Adam. Look at that. While he is active, all villain character dice gain regenerate. So yeah, throw that on a villain team. Soak that up. Again, he's a 5 cost though, so that's a little harder to get to. This is weird. It's an Intimidate, meaning you KO a character die, but... Or I guess you just remove it from play for... Whoa, everything went everywhere. Remove it from play, but it doesn't work if it's an... it has to work on a non-villain, and it has to be bigger than 5 drop. All right, another Dr. Light. So that means I get another of her dice. At a 4 cost, that's pretty good. KO villain. Ooh, a Martian Manhunter rare. Intimidate. You can only use it on a villain character dice. When he does, deal X number of damage to target opponent, where X is that villain character die's level. So level 3 villain gets KO'd, you deal 3 damage to your opponent. Another Wonder Girl. And a Black Adam rare. When he is active, when a character die is KO'd, if it isn't a sidekick die, return it to its card. Unless your opponent takes 1 damage. What? And a 4 drop? What? 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 Okay, I had a nerd out moment. What? When a character dies KO'd. And it goes both ways too, so basically you run this and you just hope. You just hope that none of your characters get KO'd. Man, the weird teams you could put together with that. There's a nice pretty Huntress. Common. And a Martian Manhunter. Common. Got a lot of his dice. Throw all that on the ground. Oh, good lord. There we go. Captain Cold and a weird-haired green person. No, Killer Frost. Why does that look green? That looked green. When she is KO'd by a non-villain character die, add that to the owner's bag. That's cool. Throw her out there. She's a good utility blocking character. And she'll get KO'd too. So because she's got her highest defense is 4. So you can certainly pick and choose who she wants to block and force that person to place it back in the bag. I like that. Now another Captain Cold's Cold Gun and Huntress. Reroll any of your sidekick dice in the field or reserve anytime she's fielded. At a 4-drop, that'll happen at a fairly okay rate. Probably not twice per turn. Only once. You'd have to take multiple turns to buy up all of her dice if you run 4. Another Clayface. Common. You can replace his attack and defense with target character dice. Taskmaster. That's the one. Taskmaster, everybody. Taskmaster. And that Jay Garrick. Stocked up on commons. I guess that's what happens when you buy a gravity feed anyway. Come on, everybody. Let's root for another. Let's root for another super rare. Killer Frost. Or sorry, Dr. Light. And Hal Jordan. Both commons. There's some pretty dice. Raj. When fielded, target character dies. Attack becomes 1. So this is a nerfing thing. Feels a lot like a card or a die from Hearthstone, where you throw it down and nerf its attack for the end of the turn. Oh wow, that's new. So when the power ring is fielded, and this is an actual die, it's not an action die. That's interesting. If you only have villain character dice in the field, it gets +2/+2, and it is a villain, by the way. Very cool. And that's a rare. I think it's very difficult to tell the rarity stripe on that. I would assume that's a rare. It looks like the yellow's there. Nice. 4 costs. King Shark again. There's the Power Ring uncommon version. A 2/5/5 for 4. Is that the stat line on that? Wow. This is the pack right here. That was insane. Oh, look at that. A Zatanna. When Zatanna is active, whenever you field a punch or shield or punch or mask character die, you may reroll one of your dice. If that character die is punch or mask, then you may instead reroll up to 2 of your dice. And a Professor Zoom that, wow, did that print strange? Look at the thickness of that. Compare that to this. Interesting. I love this this hollow version of this. It's really pretty. I like it. 9 sidekick character dice are unblockable, and he's a 5 cost. All right, I feel it. This is the pack. This is the pack that has the second super rare. I didn't choose poorly when I chose to only buy 1 box because I didn't have the money for 2. That's not the one. It's got a Weather Wizard in it. It's got the Atom. Wouldn't it have been amazing if I called it, though? That would be pretty sick. It would have been pretty awesome. Amanda Waller. Superman. Didn't get the rare Superman. I've been online. Some people have been saying that they've purchased 4 cases and opened 4 cases. That's 8 gravity feeds. That is insane. It is insane to do that. I mean, it's not insane. I mean, it is insane, but don't take that as an insult. If you've got the money and that's how you want to spend it, I guess that's your prerogative. But man, that's insane. Guys, I got a bad feeling. I got a feeling that this is only a one super rare pack. But man, some nice hollows. Do some trading or some pack hunting for some of those other super rares, I guess. Star Labs, common. That common Atom, but not the hollow version. Just keeps going. The Huntress. Batgirl again. Part of the fun of these new sets is opening and then organizing, if you're one of those people. I know I am. Another Cosmic Treadmill and another Hal Jordan. I'd like to see the rare on this one. I don't think I pulled that one. These are thicker than, I guess, the last set. Or they feel it. Maybe it's just because they're coming out of the pack. But they feel thicker. Kind of like the... Not as thick as the D&D dice and cards. Not as thick as the D&D cards, the sets. But they do feel substantial. Deadshot. Felicity Smoke. Let's see what else we got. I am collecting Cosmic Treadmills. Anyone want one? You want a Cosmic Treadmill? There's a nice little hollow version of that Speedy. I don't think I'm going to be one of those people that collects the hollows, that hunts them down and tries to put together a hollow full set. Not usually one of those people. I like the idea of a full set. Oh, if you have an active Teen Titan character, she costs 1 to purchase. You may only purchase 1 Wonder Girl die this way each turn. Still, that's fairly easy to do. It's cool. I like that. Probably not worth running over some of her older cards. I think some of her older cards have some really powerful abilities. That stat line is nice, and to pay 1 is good too, but probably not groundbreaking. There's a rare static. When he's active, whenever your opponent rolls 2 or more dice at once, KO target sidekick, unless your opponent takes 1 damage. That could be used to some cool effects. Every roll and reroll step. Deathstroke and a hollow Weather Wizard. Nice. Wonder what the drop rates for hollows are. Wonder if that's been hacked out yet by somebody. Somebody's sat down and done that math. If you have, let me know. If you're watching this video and you have, you're one of the 100 people that watches my videos. Let me know. All villains gain regenerate. That's so cool. All of these, draft this. Any of the versions of this card, draft. And build around it, because all of those are powerful enough that you can certainly build around it. Another Barry Allen. Diggle. You can spend shields as question marks. That's pretty cool, but he's a 5-drop. One of those abilities that's probably not powerful enough to justify buying and running. Gorilla Grodd. So it's not the common. It must be the rare, I guess. And then a nice little rare Merlin. Okay. He can only be blocked by crossover character dice, so that's kind of similar to the Gorilla Grodd one with crossover abilities. Pay 0. I love these pay 0 ones. Basically latent effects. Once per turn, on your turn, spin one of your sidekick dice to its bolt face. It doesn't say you may, it says do, so kind of a double-edged sword maybe? Or maybe not. Maybe you want it on the bolt face. Maybe you throw it out there and let it. I guess it also says once per turn on your turn, so you have to choose when it happens? Not sure. On your turn. Batgirl. Roy Harper. Pay X energy to spin up X target arrow characters 1 level, including this one. That's good for him because his stat line's already really solid. We're getting down to the last few. Well, not few. It's like 20 packs maybe left. Got another power ring, so I've completed that 3-card set. Ooh, a nice rare Dr. Light that's also a holo. Opposing sidekicks deal no combat damage. Deal you no combat damage. So I guess they deal combat damage to everything else. I like her other abilities more almost. Definitely not almost. I like her other abilities, period. Come on, fingers. That's cool. Oh, it's just the one generic. One generic. Gorilla Grodd. Zatanna on her... she's got a cross-pulse ability on her uncommon card. She's a 4-cost cross-pulse. She's got the magic user. I don't know what they're going to call that or what that is called. Let me know. Help me become a better Dice Masters player by letting me know what that affiliation's called. When you purchase this die, add up to 2 sidekicks from your used pile to your prep area. God, that's amazing. I guess it's a 4-drop though, so it's a little harder to do, and a crossover ability. But I love this cross pulse ability. I hope that more of these cards get things like that, because that expands the architecture of the game. Like, you can design so many more things, and you can do so many more things. Sorry, you can do so many more things when you add that ability in there. When they have the ability to do that, it's really cool. Ooh, another Rip Hunter's chalkboard. Run one of these because of the global, but still amazing. And a Merlin. You can make 2 to give a non-crossover character die -2 and a crossover character +2. That's pretty cool. So if you've got to run one of those, obviously you got to run a crossover for that to be good for you. Hey, there's a hollow Deathstroke and a normal old Martian Manhunter. I am liking this set. I want to play with this set and try some things out. Just kind of tinker. I think this will be a good set for drafting too. At least it appears that way on the surface. Good stat lines for dice. Nothing too bonkers. Nothing too terrible. Some good kind of back and forth abilities. Some things that you can build around. Some extra villains to add to unlimited teams. There's a rare one. This is a 3-cost crossover die. Whenever you could use a global ability, I don't know if you can read that. Whenever you could use a global ability, you can send this to the use pile to damage. Deal 3 damage to target character die. Also ignore that character die's text. That's the more interesting part of that. Is that one I already had in a... No. In a rare version. Yeah, guys, it's looking like our chances of a second super rare are thinning. Looks like we only have maybe 8 to 10 packs left after this one. Killer Frost. Hey, there's a rare Gorilla Grodd. He can only be blocked by crossover character dice and pay 0. Spin one of your sidekick dice to the punch face. That's really cool. He's a 6-cost too, and he's a 2/7/7, which is a pretty decent stat line on the top for a 6-cost. Really, even the 1/4/4 is decent. Give me that one in a holo. I'd put that on a team. Because it really does. I mean, if you're playing sort of casual, it forces your opponent to eat that damage if they're not bringing characters from this set. Hey, here we go. Here's another impulse ability. Target crossover die gets +2/+2, and it happens when you purchase this. So you can strategically purchase this at a certain time, and it makes the card itself or the die itself not as important, or I guess it gives more value to the timing of your purchase. Rather than just, purchasing it and moving on with your life, I guess. You can time that to sort of be a finisher, which is cool. I would assume you could purchase this, and then if you had the energy to purchase it a second time, it would trigger twice. Because it's just talking about the trigger being the purchase itself. So, impulse abilities probably trigger multiple times per purchase, once per purchase. Common and uncommon. Gosh. Their packaging. I guess they're trying to improve, maybe. Another cold gun. And a really nice looking king shark. He can't be blocked by at least... He can only be blocked by at least 2 character dice, or 1 character die with crossover. Does his stat line warrant that? A 2/8/8? Yes, it does. Yes, it very much does. Got another Zatanna. Very nice. And a Giganta. Clayface. Power Ring. So intriguing, this set, I think. That's why I've been interested in it, because when they started talking about the keywords that they were adding, my first knee-jerk reaction was, give me keywords, just give me repeat keywords from before and kind of expand on those, add more in. But I think these keywords were some that were needed for the game architecture itself. As a rare Huntress. Hard ability to complete. You've got to hope that she's active, and then that during your roll and re-roll, you roll no question marks. So we've got King Shark here. Team Watch, you can sacrifice him to deal 2 to all opposing character dice. Oh, hey, here we go. No, it is 2. 2 in the set. So you may not use, obviously you may not use a question mark to purchase him. While he is active, when your opponent rolls energy faces with multiple energy, they must immediately spin those dice down to single energy faces if possible. So in other words, say I rolled his die, and it came up, come on, work with me, came up that, they must immediately do that. Which is pretty cool. Pretty cool. There we go. I'm happy about that. Hey, it paid off. The gamble for 2 super rares paid off. I only paid $80 for 2 super rares. Let's see what we got in the rest of this. A 3rd super rare? Anybody? That would be insane. That would be a packaging mistake. So here's another cross pulse ability. That's a lot of text. All your character dice in the field gain fast. Oh yeah, this is one I opened already. And cross pulse is when if you've paid this character purchase cost using only their energy type. So in other words, if you pay bolt, 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 shield, or bolt, bolt, shield, shield, or 3 shields and a bolt, any combination of those 2 energy types, this can activate. So it's kind of harder to get, harder to use, but I think those abilities are some that would be some of the more powerful in the set itself. Deadshot, static. Got a good amount of duplicates on the commons. It's nice. Give those to some people who don't have. That's what I like to do. Huntress. A nice little hollow Deathstroke. Uncommon. KO all opposing sidekicks when purchased. If you've purchased it with exactly his energy type. Oh man, and the last pack. 90 packs down. Done. Superman and Professor Zoom. Common. Common. All right. That's that, everybody. That's what we got. We got 2 super rares. I love the idea of making these exclusively hollow. That's really pretty looking. Really, really nice. We've got, let's see how many rares we came out with. What the distribution is nowadays. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Used to be 17 maybe? Or was 16 right on? If you know, tell me. Let me know. 16 or 17, that's not bad. Got a nice little stack of uncommons here. You can see if I go like that, the sparkliness. It's kind of cool looking. Yeah, I guess I have to eat my words on the whole. Well, I guess it'll still have the effect of making people buy more feeds to complete their sets of these hollows, but man, if I don't like them, they're awesome. These are very cool. All right, so that's what we got. With these cards, I don't have a full set, obviously. Buying one gravity feed does not get you a full set. I wonder how close it did get me, though. I like to figure that out. With these cards, I am going to be making a couple of videos, both playing and a couple of other things that I have in mind that I've been working on with some other sets. So I hope you guys enjoyed this ridiculously long video. 90 packs in. If you made it to the end, congratulations. You are amazing. Or you were on your couch and just enjoyed yourself there. So thank you for watching. I hope you guys tune in for some other videos down the line.